Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the series in how to create fake dragon scale armor. In this video, I will be showing you how to make this dragon scaled armored wrist cuff. You will need 3mm foam sheet, metal rings of your choice, a riveting tool, a tool to create small holes, and your rivets. You will also need some vinyl in the color of your choice, and an adornment for your costume as you wish. The next thing that you will need is some scrap paper so that you can design and create your template. You want to take it and fold it in half, where you will then draw out half of your design, and then you will cut it out. Open it up and you'll have your full template. Then you can play around with it and see how you'd like to position it and adjust it accordingly. Then you want to lay your template out on your foam sheet and trace it out. You now have the base for your cuff, and you can either leave it the color you had or paint it black. Next, you want to decorate your cuff, making sure you don't pick anything that's too thick or will not bend once you shape your cuff. If you would like to see how I created these dragon scales and the layering technique that I used, please visit the link above or in the description box below to check that out. For the purpose of this video, I will be adding all the hardware to a blank cuff. The next thing you want to do is cut out a strip of vinyl that is at least 8 inches long, so that when you cut it in half, you have two 4-inch pieces. The width of your strips depend entirely on the size of metal rings that you chose. The next step is to hot glue together the two vinyl strips so that the vinyl is showing on both sides. Then you just want to trim up all the sides. Next, you want to grab your acrylic paint of choice. Here I'm using black and brown because my desired end result is to have a leather strap look. You want to paint a very light layer, making sure you get the sides as well. Acrylic does dry fast, so get one layer on, let it dry. And then once you go in and do a second layer, you will not see any of the vinyl underneath, as you'll see here. Now you can see it looks more solid black. Once that dries, you want to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Next, I went in with my brown paint on a very dry brush to give it a more faux leather finish. And here you can see the difference between the black side and the side with the brown. Next, you want to go in with Mod Podge Matte and do at least 2 coats to protect your acrylic paint. Now you'll want to take your metal rings and your strap, and we're going to make the buckle attachment. You're going to want to take 2 rings per strap. And you want to make sure that you have those welded sides of your buckle on the underside and the nice side showing on the outside. Next, you want to take and fold your strap over, and then you're going to take some hot glue and just hold that in place to temporarily tack it together, preparing it for your next step. Now you want to figure out your placement. and figure out how many straps you're going to want to add. And then you're going to want to temporarily hot glue to tack that down. This is just to hold it in place for the next step. Next, you want to take whatever tool you have to create a small hole for your rivet. I did 2 rivets per strap for this project. Once you make your holes, lift up your piece and push your tool all the way through. Or if you have a punch, use your punch. Do the same thing for your second hole. And here you can see the 2 holes ready for the rivets. With your rivets, you have I'm using double-sided rivets, and there's a girl part and a boy part. I'm first inserting the boy end of the rivet, making sure it kind of comes through the other side. And then I'm attaching the girl part on the back, and you can temporarily snap those in place, pinch them together. Attach the second one, and this is how it will look once you're finished. Now you need to take your riveting tool, and you want that concave part so that when you hammer them together, the side that you want to remain rounded will stay rounded. So I'm putting the front into the concaved piece, taking my rivet tool on the back side and hammering it in, and that will make it permanent. And you can see here that the back side is flat and the other one is not done yet. Now you want to create another strip of double-sided vinyl that's at least 6 inches to 8 inches long. It can be trimmed up later. And for the purpose of this video, I'm giving it a quick black coat so that you can see it against the white. And then you just want to make sure that you place it on the other side of the cuff where it's going to match up with your buckle that you've already placed on there. Now when you're attaching this, again, you want to use hot glue to temporarily tack it down. And you do not want to glue it close to the edge. No. You want to glue it more in so that you have room for adjustments later. Once you're temporarily tacked down, you can see here that you will have space for your cuff to adjust later. And then you want to test out your strap. You can see here how you can pull it tight, and that's why you need that room for adjustment in case your cuff needs to go underneath of that strap. Make sure that you also add your riveting detail like you see here on the other side as well. Then you'll want to finish attaching the rest of your desired hardware. And this will be the final look. My design only called for 2 buckles because this was a child size that I had made for my niece. So it was a smaller cup. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. I post new videos on Tuesdays, so be sure to ring the bell so that you'll be notified as soon as I upload. I can also be found on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All the links are listed below. See you in the next video.